Good morning. This is how I'm surviving the 80s,
It's afternoon.
and I just wanted to share, I'm going to make some flavored vinegar today, and I don't know if this is why it does it, but I haven't had a cold since I was 74, and that was the year we moved here. And it was really, I think I got the cold just because of the difference and all of the stress of moving. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make two flavored vinegars today. And and vinegar, if it's not pasteurized, it counts as like a fermented food. And then I also have a crock that I have going with fermented vegetables in it. And I have read that 1 cup of raw cabbage has about 60 milligrams of vitamin C in a cup. You ferment it and it has 650 milligrams or more in a cup. And so that's my vitamin C that I take. Also, in the morning, because of where we live, I have a lime tree and a lemon tree. So this morning, my limes are just about finished. So I had one of my last limes,
And
the
an
juice of
orange
it,
tree.
and
Orange tree.
one,
You have an orange tree too.
yes, we've got an orange tree too. And one of my lemons, and it's a little lemon. Some of my lemons look like oranges, but I took the juice of that and I drank those. So I've had my vitamin C with my fermented vegetable and my lemon juice, lime lemon juice this morning. And I don't take vitamin C and a multivitamin, and I don't take a multivitamin actually. But another thing that I want to just tell you about, I've got a book called Healing Spices, and it is a really good book. And it's written by 2 authors. I'm just going to spell one because I know I won't say it right. It's Aggarwal, and the other author is Yost, Yost. And it talks about, in fact, I looked at it this morning because I want to make some ginger vinegar, and I wanted to see what I could add to it that would marry well. And so I want to get rid of my curry leaf. I probably won't ever order it again. My coriander seed, which I dearly love, and I'm going to put some cumin seed in it and some red peppers. That will be one of my vinegars. And then I'm going to put my rose petals, and you can't smell them, but I can. They're from my roses that haven't been sprayed, and they're last summer's roses. And oh, when they're put in vinegar and let sit, they have such a wonderful smell. And I'm going to put hawthorn with it, so it's rose hawthorn vinegar in that. And when you put these spices into the vinegar, you want to let it sit for 4 weeks, and you want to make sure they're covered. So if we have time, and you want to put a plastic lid. And if you have plastic lids, and this was on a commercial product that I bought, I think it was coconut oil, and it has a liner in it, be sure and get the liner off, or it's apt to cause mold for some reason. Okay, and you don't want metal lids because the metal reacts with the vinegar and spoils it all. So if the only thing you have is a metal lid, put saran wrap or something between it so it never touches. Okay, and here's one. In fact, it's the last one I made. I made it on July 5th, and it was fennel from my garden, rosemary from my garden, and dried tomatoes, not from my garden. And I've got a little of that left, and that's my last vinegar, so I need to start some more vinegar. And I use it in salad dressing, whoops, and you might want to even put some in some water and drink it like a drink, which I will do later. But for right now, I want to show you, and always start out with organic. So this is organic apple cider vinegar. You could use other vinegars, but make sure they're not pasteurized and better organic. I would really recommend that. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to do, and we'll get started. I think that the first one I'll do will just be the easy one here. I won't have to chop or anything. I'm going to do my roast, and these herbs are also organic. That I didn't make the hawthorn. I don't have a hawthorn tree, and this isn't very scientific. I'm just going to put some in the jar in there, and I'm going to fill it up with the rose petals. I want it to sit for 4 weeks. I'll stir it. You want to make sure, and I've got red, and they were a yellow rose. I'm going to put some of both. Oh, it smells good. Oh, that's nice. They say roses are good for the soul and for the skin. And roses have about 300 chemical constituents in them, and they've only discovered, I think, about 100 and what they do. And so they're still a mysterious little plant for us. Wonderful. Who doesn't love a red rose? So I want to make sure, and I'll check this to make sure. I want it to be covered completely with a vinegar. And so I'm going to push them all down, get them all soaked in here. And tomorrow I'll open it up, make sure it's covered and that it doesn't need any more vinegar. I think I'm going to add just a little bit more to make sure there that it's completely covered. We don't want the air to get to it and mold it. And you can shake it on and off. So I'll leave it on my counter. That will remind me to shake it. Whoops. That's there. And I should have got a pen. You want to be sure and label it. There's been many a times when I've sort of forgot, thinking, oh, I'll remember that. And then wondering, what do I have? When did I do it? So, I'm going to write on here, rose, hawthorn. And hawthorn is also good for the heart. So this will be a good heart-healthy vinegar. And today is the 24th? I think the 24th. 18. Wow. Okay. So there it is. And I'll put it aside and let it soak for 4 weeks. Okay, now the next one is going to be fun. And there is what they call fire cider, that you can do all sorts of peppers and garlics and horseradish and mustard and things like that, and jalapeno peppers. But I'm just making one that I can use, like I say, salad dressings, meat dishes, bone broth, anything like that. So I've chopped up my ginger, putting it in my jar, and I'm going to put in, I think I'm only gonna chop up the 2 bigger ones, the rest are just gonna go in whole of the garlic. And I'm gonna put in, and I'm not gonna break them up because I don't want it too hot. And then when I get done, I can use these in cooking, but I'll strain them off. This lid only wants to go on one way, there. Okay, then I'm gonna put coriander seed, and I just love coriander seed. I have some cilantro that I grow in my garden. I always let it go to seed because I like the seeds almost better. You know, the seed is coriander, the plant that it comes from is cilantro. Okay, and like I say, I want to get rid of this curry leaf, so I'm going to put that in there. And then a few cumin seeds, because cumin and coriander are partners. And I think I'll just stir those around. Oh, I see, well, I'm going to leave it in there. It was a little garlic skin that I didn't get off of the garlic. Okay, simple, simple. We can do this so easy. Okay, and then this goes on. And we'll push those down, let them soak up. And like I say, I'll check it tomorrow and see if it needs any more vinegar to be topped off. Right now it looks like it needs just a little bit more. And we'll put it on there. Okay. Now, isn't that just easy? And it's going to help with a healthy gut. It's going to help me not catch colds. Okay, we've got ginger, garlic, curry leaf, which has nothing to do with curry spice. Okay, then coriander. I love to put coriander in almost everything I cook. And I just love the taste. Oh, I even put it in my fermented vegetables. I just love it when that I'm chewing along and one of those pop open with such wonderful flavor. And cumin. Okay. And like I say, I'll let this sit for 4 weeks. Okay. And then it will be ready. And there you have such an easy thing to do. Packs a lot of flavor and a lot of health benefits. And spices are just wonderful things to use. One more thing I want to say about spices. Be sure and get good organic spices as much as you can, and whole. Of course the curry leaf isn't whole, but the seeds are in here whole. The coriander, once it's powdered, it loses all of its punch and it oxidizes. But back to why I want organic, spices are some of the things that are really heavily sprayed with pesticides and things, so we want to avoid those. So get good spices, and they add a lot. They really spice up your life. They are the spice of life. Okay, so that's it, and that's how I'm surviving the 80s today. And I hope that you have good health and a good way to survive.